Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Maunat and I'm here to show you what I believe to be my personal invented spec. I'm calling it the Pebble Toss. It's a throw spec with a little help from the ancients to be more boss specific. I have been noticed in level 60 this spec works extremely well with Thunder Fury, but then again, which spec doesn't? So let's jump into the Paragon points from the start. I'm using a little bit of movement speed, and the rest is going into strength. And then I go into attack speed, because as a throw spec, you need to do the whole entire attack animation, and it's fairly slow, so attack speed is kinda pretty important, and we're gonna get a little bit cooldown reduction. Then we get some armor and full-on resistance, because we don't want to die. Of course we could get some life and some life regen, but personally I think resistance and armor is gonna do a bit more for you. Then of course in here, as I've done, you can go for some life on hit, and then some cost reduction. Now the build itself, I'm using weapon throw with mighty throw. This is specifically for doing single target DPS, because I was using the Thunder Fury before. If you do not want to do single target DPS, you're gonna take ricochet, so your attack hits 3 enemies that's within 15 yards of each other. Now for the secondary, and this is your main damage source. I'm using Ancient Spear with Boulder Toss. Cost 25 plus all remaining fury. Throw a giant boulder that expends all remaining fury to deal 20% weapon damage for every point of fury expended to enemies within 9 yards of the impact location. This means we got 123 fury. This is going to take 25. Then 20% damage for every fury. That means we're going to have 95 fury. 95 times 20. That's a lot. I'm not very good at math, but yeah. The point with this is, you need to get your fury up, and you need to throw this. Preferably, you're gonna throw this when you have full fury, for most damage of course. And for tight spots, we are using Wrath of the Berserker with Insanity. More damage, critical hit, attack speed, dodge chance, movement speed, all that stuff, kind of bulking up and be like, come get some, we're gonna kill you. Tacticals, Battle Rage, Marauder's Rage, 15% increased attack damage, and 3% more critical hit chance. That's nice. I'm using Call of the Ancients, the Council Rises, 360% weapon damage as fire per swing in addition to bonus abilities. So these 3 guys hit fairly hard. And the last one, Warcry, Impunity. Purely taken for survivability. I'm using Animosity, increase fury generation by 10%. We want to get the fury up and running, and we also want to increase the fury by 20, so we have that more fury, so the boulder, or the pebble, is gonna do that more damage. Using the Weapon Master, just for the sweet bonuses it has. I'm using the Unforgiven, again, I don't lose fury when I stand still, I gain fury, because we want to get that fury up and going all the time. And of course we're going to use Rampage. I mean, the 1% times 25 for 8 seconds, that's always nice. For my gear, I stick to weapons first. Sky Splitter, 2320.2 damage. I exchanged my life on hit on this one for a socket, so I could get this little sweet gem in it. Increased attack speed by 7%, 747 strength. I think, yeah, 750 is the maximum, so that's quite nice. Almost perfect strength and perfect attack speed. Sweet. And that 12% chance to smite enemies when you hit them, that's also fairly nice. I think it's hitting for about 300k every time it smites them. Then we have the Ancient Bone Saber of Sumakalis, 2292 damage, 671 strength, increased attack speed by 6%. This one had vitality, which I rolled into the socket, because, well, yeah, screw the vitality. We can survive, so get more damage. Other than that, we got the loot socks, It's gonna be used for other specs. Tons of possibilities. Example, if you got the 4-set bonus from the earthquake set, or is it 3-set bonus? I don't really know. Then you're gonna make an earthquake every time you leap. These boots will allow you to leap 3 times after each other if you do it within 2 seconds after the landing. Then we got the depth diggers, some gems, some resistance, vitality, strength, Got a sweet little ring, increasing attack speed and critical hit damage. Sorry, some more attack speed and critical hit damage. Then we got a fairly defensive build, 12% life, 100 resistance to all elements, 477 vitality and strength. Yummy. Then we got Costerian wrist guards. Physical skills deal 19% more damage, some strength, some vitality, and some critical hit chance. I could have gone attack speed here, but I really like the critical hit chance. Oh yeah, and the belt was saffron wraps. Then we got the Heart of Iron chest. Strength, resistance, life per hit, more resistance. We got the Golden Gorge of Leoric. Amulet, strength, resistance, critical hit chance. 9.5 out of 10. Sweet. A fairly nice amount of life per hit. Then we got the Pride's Fall. Strength, vitality, life, critical hit chance. Almost as good as it could be. Your resource cost are reduced by 30% after not taking damage for 5 seconds. That's nice. If you're gonna, as a range, you're gonna stay a little away from the enemy. Just gonna chuck weapons at them. If you can keep holding the distance, then you're gonna get a lot of pebbles off on them. Then the shoulders, strength, vitality, resistance, armor, purely defensive. And a sweet bonus, your item becomes indestructible, equals no repair bill until they get replaced. And then we got a pair of trifecta gloves. Almost perfect. I mean, 6% more critical hit damage, it can get increased, and 10 more strength, then they are just perfect. It doesn't really get much better than that for these rare gloves and stuff like that. Let's see. Details, 729 damage, 7.4 million toughness. We got 43 attack speed increased. It's not really ideal. I'd set the attack speed soft spot at 45. Oh, be quiet, Tyrio. 45 is where I would set the soft cap, or well, let's say 40 to 45. But what I really would have say as the hard cap, just about 60%. Of course, you might be able to get more, and that's always nice. Just don't gimp the other stats too much. Then we got critical hit chance by 41%, critical hit damage 444%. Whoop. All resistances are at 1124 or higher. We got 13,775 armor, almost reducing all damage from enemies of the same level by 80%. We got 64.45 crowd control reduction. If you get frozen, you're gonna get frozen for maybe 1 second. If you get jailed, you're gonna get jailed for maybe half a second. I don't really know about the stun and the charm and fear, because I don't really notice when they happen. We got 9,752 life per hit. That's nice. And then 3,394 life per kill. That's like, it's okay to have, but it's not really necessary. 23% total life bonus and 338,000 life in total. And let's, yeah, you can see, shouts on, 878k DPS. Let's go down and say hi to Asmodan and see how this spec feels against him. Alright, so we made it to Asmodan. As you might notice, I got a little stuff on cooldown. I ran into a face beast pack with fire chains and stuff like that. They kind of cornered me, so I just had to pop it and then melt them away because they were being quite annoying. And you might have noticed I'm not having my Templar with me because he adds to my stats and stuff like that, and I don't want to increase my stats more than what my character actually does and have in these videos. Of course, it's gonna be a bit easier when you do it if you're in a party, or if you have your follower with you and they have some decent gear and stuff like that. But yeah, let's go and play with Asmodan and see how this goes. As we can see, 1.7 million DPS, that's okay. The boulders go off fairly easily, and often enough, I'd say. Oh, and he's already dead. Hey, what do you know, we got the library, the diary. And of course we're doing this on Torment 1 because we would like to get the set drops if there were any set drops. We don't want to miss out on them. And yeah, that was my Pebble Toss, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Maunat, and if you got any questions or any suggestions to what you would like to see or what I should test or try out on different characters and stuff like that in Diablo, please don't hesitate to comment in the comment field below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like or subscribe, or both if you like to, and I'll see you in the next video. So until then, have a good one.